and away we blow.
Once upon a time, I showed my boob. Next thing I know, I'm kicked off of YouTube for 14 days. But I'm back. Hey guys, it's Trisha. Wow, what a mess. I learned a valuable lesson, and I hope I remember it. I learned not to put sexually suggestive pictures on my thumbnails, because they don't like it very much. But anyways, I learned my lesson. I harbor no ill will towards YouTube. I love YouTube. I love you guys. I love my audience. I love everything. I'm full of love tonight. I can't wait to do this. I am about to react to a cool looking video. I say looking by judging by the title. It's called Anti-Woke Lesbian. Like destroys LGBTQ yada 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 yada. I can't wait. So, I wanted to come back with a bang. Thank you, viewer, for the suggestion. I missed you guys last week. That's the first time I didn't do a reaction video in a long time on Friday. Once a week, right? Anyway. Yeah, I was in trouble. I was punished. They punished me good. I was a naughty girl and I got punished big time. Oh baby, I got punished. Punish me, baby. Okay, never mind. Alright guys, let's do it.
What's going on YouTube? I am back. So we're here to talk about Australian lesbian who destroys the LGBTQ movement in one short video. We're going to react to that video and see what she had to say. Plus we got two more women also calling out this LGBTQ, LMNOP, whatever the hell it is, nonsense. Plus wokeness in general. But as I always say, first up, if you want to help me out, hit the like button, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button as well. And also follow me on X at RealSCReviews. You know why? Because I'm struggling here. You can read that one for yourself. It's pretty funny. But let's get to the lesbian from down under, where I'm from. Here she is. Let's see what she had to say.
This is a message from an OG lesbian. The acronym LGBTQ+ is not a representation of a united community, but the strategic forced teaming of the LGB with the TQ+ that serves a dark agenda to rebrand sexual fetishes and disorders as sexual orientations. For what was once a legitimate civil rights movement, gay rights, has been hijacked quite literally by the TQ+ and used as a Trojan horse to mainstream their degeneracy. First, we have the untouchable Ts, the trans cult, who want to sterilise children with puberty blockers, turn all homosexuals into surgical simulations of straight people, and destroy women's rights to enable men's fetishes. Then we have the Qs, young men feminised by sissy furries and pups who fetishise beasts, and even adult babies who fetishise infancy are all accepted and protected by the rainbow umbrella that magically transforms all scrutiny into bigotry. But the thing that requires the most scrutiny is the unspecified plus at the end, a placeholder for what's coming next. MAPS, or minor attracted people, a euphemism that is already being used to describe who are waiting in the wings for their time to shine. Because the LGBTQ+ is not about promoting tolerance of diversity. It's about grooming society to accept depravity. And as an L, I renounce all association with it and the LGBs who are accessories to the fact. And I urge you to do the same and join the movement for LGB without the TQ+, because we need to divorce people and we need it stat.
Very interesting indeed. And I think she makes some great points there. It's hard for people who aren't part of that community to comment on. Because if we do, we're labelled as bigots, you know, homophobes, transphobes, Islamophobes. I don't know how that's weaved in, but it is. If you're criticising like a white trans person, they'll still try and call you a racist for some reason. I don't know why. And I personally think a lot of that comes from people from certain communities that shall not be named having a mental illness. And instead of seeking treatment, they are encouraged to continue with that way of thinking. So this is great to see. I want to give a quick shout out to this chick here. The one who stood up at the fencing tournament and refused to compete against a male competitor. All women out there in sporting competition should behave like this whenever a male is trying to compete against them. Don't compete. Don't buy into the nonsense. No one out there with a functioning brain, with common sense, with an IQ above room temperature, believes that males should be competing against females. I'll play just a bit of this. It's a disgrace that they tried to force this person to compete against a male in this situation. And look, I call out women on a daily basis on my channel, right? They do a lot of dumb shit. But I'm all for fairness as well. So shout out to this chick here.
Finally, make some noise for Abigail Wilson! Gabby!
Females must be protected in our division. This is unfair. I refuse to play.
Woo! Yeah! Have a nice round, everyone.
We will. Definitely will.
Have a nice round. Wow, you hear that? Somebody just yelled, "Enjoy the couch."
But it's even kids. I'm sure you've heard about this story from the UK, where a toddler was kicked out of a nursery for being transphobic. A toddler. They don't even know anything about this stuff. But yet somehow this kid is being transphobic, really? Child suspended from state school for abuse against sexual orientation and gender identity, Department for Education data show. It's more than that. I think it was like 90 kids had been suspended or expelled for similar behaviour. And as you can see there, the Giga Chad toddler, he's like, come at me, bro. And here's another chick calling out DEI and the stuff we're talking about. Check this out.
If I have to be convinced that I've lost rights as a woman because of Donald Trump, then hear me out. Perhaps I haven't lost any rights. I know, groundbreaking. And the same people who are telling me, yes, Olivia, you have lost rights as a woman, are the same people who told me, don't vote against DEI. DEI is good for women. DEI is what helps women succeed. DEI is anti-woman, it's anti-America, and it's quite literally racist. DEI got me failed on a college course for saying that men don't belong in women's sports, and for saying that men are in fact different than women. DEI also forced me to pay $1,700 for said course in gender studies as a chemistry major. And as someone who is a chemistry major in college, a scholarship I could have applied for was the Women in STEM scholarship, which is, by the way, for women. But those scholarships are being given to men in dresses who identify as women under the guise of social justice and inclusivity to reach DEI quotas. So tell me, how is that helping women? How is that pro-woman? And what rights have I lost? Like, I'm actually waiting. And I know they're all going to say, well, it's the right to abortion. The right to kill a child? I have morals, so that's not something I'm worried about.
And just to her point about awards being taken away from biological women, an example of that is right here. Sandy Stone is the first transgender woman inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame. And by the way, this is a very recent story. How could this happen? Feminism went from being pro-women, anti-male, like keep men out of our spaces, stuff like that. And now they're prioritising males with mental illnesses over women. It is absolutely fucking nuts. But that's what's going on. That's the modern left for you.
That one was angry. It's, so, she doesn't want to be a part of the LGBTQ. She does not endorse it. Okay, fair enough. I don't necessarily endorse it either, but I'm just all about acceptance, so I don't really care. I don't really know what she was trying to get at. Like, I don't know. I know some of the points that she said were kind of asinine. Especially when they showed the news article, the kid getting in trouble for being transphobic. Give me a break. Surely that is not how it sounds, right? If it is, then we have lost our bloody minds in this country. Oh, that was Forrest Gump, right? Anyway, so I'm a lesbian, but I'm not part of the LGBTQ. Okay, cool. I'm a trans woman, and I don't really roll with the LGBTQ necessarily. I will always stand by people of that caliber, because I believe we all deserve acceptance. But I don't really consider myself a hardcore member, if you know what I mean. Although, I guess technically I am, but anyway, that's confusing. I like the haircut too. She was going for more like, she was going for her, I don't know, not so much G.I. Jane, but more all up in your face. Buzz cut Betty, you know? Something like that. What are you gonna do? She don't want to be part of the LGBTQ. She was saying the plus, I know what she meant by, she's saying the plus is, well, that's just gonna, I guess she's trying to imply that all these weird, wacky genders are just gonna start coming out of the woodwork claiming to be, I guess, I think that's what she meant. Well, whatever, how many more genders can there be, right? People all have the right to be themselves, okay? This is stupid. The whole thing is stupid. I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand.